What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here as always on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade JJ Williams, and today we kick off a brand new month, a brand new theme here on the Casa D18 Studios channel. And the first movie we're going to get to is 2008's Journey to the Center of the Earth, starring Brendan Fraser, Josh Hutcherson, Anita Brem, Seth Meyers, Jane Wheeler, and Jean-Michel Parr. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here once again for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. And like I said at the top of the show, it's a brand new month, brand new theme here on Renegades Reviews. This month we are doing movies with only one sequel. So there will be no trilogies, no franchises with 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 movies. These are movies that were just the original and a sequel, and that was it. And today we are kicking everything off with 2008's Journey to the Center of the Earth. Now, our movie opens in the year 2007, and Trevor Anderson is a Boston volcanologist whose 13-year-old nephew, Sean, is supposed to spend 10 days with him. Trevor then learns at work that his brother's lab is about to be shut down due to lack of funding. Now, Trevor, being such a workaholic, has completely forgotten that Sean is coming until he receives multiple answering machine messages from Sean's mother, Liz. When Liz is about to leave, she gives Trevor a box of items that belonged to Max, who was Trevor's brother and Sean's father, who had disappeared 10 years prior in July of 1997. Sean suddenly begins to take interest into what Trevor has to say after he begins to tell him stories about his father, who he barely knew. You figure if his father disappeared 10 years ago and Sean is 13, it means he lost his father when he was only 3. So there's a lot of stuff about him that he doesn't know. In the box, Trevor finds a copy of Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne, which had belonged to Max. Inside the book, Trevor finds notes which were handwritten by his late brother. Trevor then rushes to his laboratory in order to find out more about the notes, and he discovers that he must go to Iceland in order to investigate for himself. Now, Trevor intends to send Sean back home to his mother, but he changes his mind after Sean protests and decides to bring Sean with him to Iceland. They start out by looking for another volcanologist, but when they get to that particular scientist's institution, they instead meet his daughter, Hannah, who informs them that the scientist in question is her father, who unfortunately had passed away 3 winters prior. She tells them that both her father and Max were Vernians, who believe that the books of Jules Verne are factual, not fictional. However, she does offer to help them climb up to the instrument that has suddenly started sending data again. Now, while hiking the mountain, a lightning storm forces the 3 into a cave. The cave entrance collapses, trapping them, so they have no alternative but to go deeper in the cave, which turns out to be an abandoned mine. Trevor, Sean, and Hannah continue to investigate further into the mine until they fall deep into a hole, which takes them into the center of the Earth. They continue to push through until they discover a cave dwelling that Max himself had lived in, where Trevor and Sean find Max's old journal. Hannah and Trevor end up discovering Max's dead body, and they bury him properly. Trevor then reads a message from Max's journal that was written on Sean's third birthday, August 14th, 1997. Trevor continues to read Max's journal until he realizes from his notes that they must leave, and quickly, as the temperature is steadily rising. Trevor figures out that they need to find a geyser that can send them up to the surface, and they need to do it within 48 hours, or else all of the water to create the geyser will be gone. On top of all of that, they need to get out before the temperature rises past 135 degrees. Now they begin crossing the underground ocean, and then the two adults become separated from Sean. Sean follows a bird, and it takes him towards a river. However, he encounters a Gigantosaurus, as well as Trevor, who is desperately searching for him. Trevor saves him from the Gigantosaurus just in time, and when they arrive at the geyser, they find that it's all dried up. All of the water is on the opposite side of a wall. Trevor then uses a flame in order to ignite the magnesium in the wall and causes a geyser to shoot them through Mount Vesuvius in Italy. When they accidentally destroy the home of an Italian man, Sean gives him a diamond that he had found earlier in our adventure. Trevor sees that he has many more in his backpack, and he uses them to fund his brother's laboratory. Throughout the journey, Hannah and Trevor have gradually become so attached to each other that upon their escape from the center of the earth, they embrace and kiss. On the final day of Sean's visit with Trevor, and now Hannah, he is leaving their brand new home, which was purchased with some of the diamonds that Sean had taken from the cave. And Trevor hands a book titled Atlantis, suggesting that maybe they can hang out during Sean's Christmas break as our movie comes to its end. Now, as you guys should already know, I'm very much a fan of these type of adventure, exploration, scavenger hunt type of films. I've mentioned it a numerous amount of times over the past month. So it should come as no surprise that I did really enjoy Journey to the Center of the Earth. What might surprise you, though, is that this, like a couple other films I'll be talking about this month, I actually saw the sequel first, and then I saw the original. So, with that in mind, I don't hold this film in as high of a regard as I hold the sequel. And that's nothing against Brendan Fraser. That's nothing against the story or the acting. It's just not as sentimental to me because I saw part two before I saw part one. I do enjoy the story. I think Journey to the Center of the Earth was a great novel for them to adapt into this type of adventure. I love the way they set up the sequel. Having seen the sequel first, and then seeing him give the book to Sean about the city of Atlantis, and already knowing what I was going to see in Journey 2, it's great the way they set up the sequel and everything. Something that they tried to continue with part 2 and setting up a next installment, but as of yet, there hasn't been a part 3 to this series, and there may never be. But just got to keep on pushing through it until such day It's a series with only 2 movies. But I did enjoy it. I'm curious what a lot of you guys think about it. When it comes to my rating of Journey to the Center of the Earth, I give it 3.5 out of 5. Like I said, I just don't hold it in the same high of a regard as I do the sequel, which we'll get into on Friday here on the Casa Dieting Studios channel. But what do you guys think of Journey to the Center of the Earth? Specifically, the 2008 Brendan Fraser film, which is the one we're addressing today. Please don't try to compare and contrast to the actual book, other versions of the movie. We're just talking about the 2008 Brendan Fraser film. What do you guys think about it? Let me know. If you're watching the premiere, leave your thoughts and comments over here. If you're watching on demand later in the day, leave your thoughts and comments down here. But let's have that discussion. Let's have that conversation that I'm always trying to push for in the comments. I'm looking forward to hear what you guys have to say. Make sure you guys tune in on Friday, right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. When we revisit Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, oh, no, 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 you thought we were done on Monday. No, 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 good sir, ladies and gentlemen. On Friday, we are going to journey to the mysterious island with Dwayne Johnson, Josh Hutcherson, Vanessa Hudgens, Michael Caine, Luis Guzman, and Kristen Davis. You're not going to want to miss out on that one right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, right here on an all-new Renegades Reviews this Friday. You thought I was done with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson when I did Red Notice on Monday. We got one more Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson movie that we're going to do for now. I'm sure we'll come back to him later on down the road. But we've got Journey to the Mysterious Island coming up on Friday. Like I said, you're not going to want to miss out on that one. Thank you to all my loyal fans and viewers out there. Make sure you guys continue to like, subscribe, click that notification bell, share these videos with your family, your friends, other movie lovers, other cinephiles that you know. Boost up my popularity, boost up my visibility in the YouTube algorithms so I can eventually get monetized here by the end of the year. Thank you to all of you guys that continue to tune in to the show and the reviews. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and I will see you guys next time.